Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhyanamoolam Gurur Murti Pujamoolam Gurur Padam Mantramoolam Gurur Vakyam Mokshamoolam Gurur Kripa. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vedvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chidambaram Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vedvaram. Jai Gurudev. Welcome everyone. Nice to have the whole family together. Wishing all of you a very, very, very auspicious Guru Purnima. This is not just a celebration for Gurus, but one of the most important days for those who are interested in walking on the spiritual path. We met just 10 days ago on 19th of July and we celebrated my Sadgurudev Bhagwan's birthday. We spoke a lot about the importance of a guru in our life, in my personal life, in the life of Siva also. Today is the day where the Shishya needs to strengthen his or her commitment to the path, if they are on the path. And it's a question always of learning something new, always elevating our understanding, because just remember when you came here first, what did you understand, what did you study, what did you know, and how differently you are now able to understand so many things. So this is really the journey that we are on, and it's not that difficult. It's just that there are so many obstacles on the way, which I'm sure all of you are quite aware of. So, what we have to do is just remove the obstacles. Again and again, we give the same example. Murti kahan hai? Murti is inside the slab of marble. The murtikar does not have to find one murti from somewhere. He has a big slab of marble. He just has to remove the excess things and the murti appears. In the same way, for us also, we are trying to be one with Atma. We are trying to be one with the Supreme. So where are we going to find that oneness and where are we going to find that Supreme? In us only, that whole journey is a inward journey. So we just have to again keep removing the unnecessary stuff which we have been gathering for so many lifetimes. Today I call the satsang walking on the razor's edge, right? You might have seen on the invitation. So I got inspired by one shloka from Katha Upanishad, where this phrase comes of the razor's edge. I'll just chant it for you first. Uttishtata jagratam prapya varani bodhata shurasya dhara nishita duratyaya durgam pathas tat kavayo vadanti. What it says is, arise, uttishta, jagrata, awaken, approach the wise and learn. Like the sharp edge of a razor is that path which you want to walk on. It is hard to tread and difficult to cross, so the wise say. So let me give you a little bit of background. What is the why this shloka was there? In the Katha Upanishad, the story is about a young boy whose name is Nachiket. He was a young fellow, maybe like Adish, but he was extremely spiritually inclined and extremely determined to follow the path, to do his dharma and to do the right things. He was the son of one rishi. His name is Vajashravasa. Okay. This rishi wanted to do one yagna. And in this yagna, you are supposed to renounce, give away, donate all your belongings. It's called Visvajit Yagna. So you give away all your possessions, especially your most valuable ones. And for what is the vardhan, what is the phal of this yagna? It's very funny. You're giving away all your things, but the phal is to get all the material goods of the universe and also swarga ka pleasures. So some magic happens, you give away everything and you get everything. It's symbolic. So he had to do sarva dakshina. So while this yagna was going on, he was giving away, the rishi was giving away this, that, donating everything. Now this little Nachiket was watching. And he's seeing that his father is giving away all the old cows. All the cows which are no longer giving milk, which are very weak now, they can't do anything. So Nachiket thought, what is going on? My father will go to hell, if he doesn't do the yagna properly. So what shall I do? So he thought a lot how to tell his father. He's a very well brought up sanskari boy. So not like the latest generation. In those days, they did not criticize their father. And they could not say anything against the parents. So he's wondering, how can I tell my father you are doing wrong thing? So he's thinking ways and ways how to tell. And not only father, the father was also his guru. So guru also you cannot criticize and father also you cannot criticize. So he thought, smart boy. So he said that I am also a precious possession of my father. So let me, in some roundabout gentle way, let me remind my father, you are supposed to give precious things away. So he asked his father, I'll tell you the Sanskrit words, Tata kasmai mam dasya siti. To whom are you going to donate me? Whom are you going? Because I am your precious belonging. Who are you going to donate me? Father said, now this silly boy is talking nonsense. Ignored. Second time, same question. What he said? Tata kasmai mam dasya siti. Now the father is getting a little irritated. Okay. But Nachiket did not stop. Third time, same question. Then the father got livid. He said, Mrityave tva dadamiti. Mrityave, I am sending you to Yamadev. Sending you to death. So in the modern days we say go to hell, na? Like go to hell. Mrityave tva dadamiti. Go to hell. Sending you. He of course said it in anger. He didn't mean that. But Nachiket said, my father's words are what? Gold. Just like Sri Ram. The minute his father says, you have to go in the Vanvas. No questions asked. I have to follow the words of my father. So he said, okay, so now I have to go to death. Now that story is little long, but I'm not going to go into that. Some lot of discussion happened. Father said, don't go. He said, I have to go. Then something happened. And finally, Nachiket reaches the doors of Yama. There also there's a big story. Yama was not there. He had gone on a business trip. So he had to sit outside and he had to wait for Yamadev to come back, which is a big path to make your Athithi wait without food. He did not eat any food, drink any water. So Yamadev gave him 3 boons when he came back, which was 3 questions. You can ask me any 3 questions. And the last question which Nachiket asked was, is the Atma real? Does it exist after we die? How can we attain Atma? And what are the impediments on the way? Yamadev saw this small boy is asking, he says, Bete, it's not in your adhikari to ask all these questions. Take this boon, take this gold, take this kingdom, take this, take that. He said, no, I want to know this path. That's all I want to know. And that is why Yamadev said the shloka. This path is as sharp as a razor's edge. If you try to walk on this, you may fall, cut yourself, bleed to death, whatever. So that's the context of this shloka. So what exactly does Yamadev mean when he says this path, means the spiritual path, which we are all on, is as sharp as a razor's edge. Shurasya dhara nishita, sharp as a razor's edge. So this side will know very well when you have a razor in your hand. Every morning, so much attention, especially here, when you are doing on this part, एक छींक आ गया, एक कॉफ आ गया, एक यौन आ गया तो पता नहीं गला गया. When I was small, we had a big joint family and we had many male members in the family, and all of them used to come turn by turn. One barber used to come to the house one night. He used to come to the house and he used to shave them one by one. They never did their own shaving. Very princely, So this fellow also one by one, he said that big blade, that it's like a freaking knife, like almost. So if you, while shaving, your attention is fully on that. You cannot afford to distract here, there and the other, right? Where is Mukund? See, now Mukund every time gets one thing from me. He's got this patient on the operating table with this big knife in his hand. निकालना है किडनी एंड थोड़ा मिस अटेंशन डिस्ट्रैक्शन हो गया तो लिवर में चले जाएगा. सो when you have a sharp instrument in your hand, you have to be very careful, very attentive. Imagine putting a knife in a monkey's hand. What will happen? His own life at stake and our life also at stake. So just like that, oh, there's something here. Okay, this spiritual path needs that much attention. This spiritual path needs that much awareness, that much focus, because the goal that you are trying to reach is not something that you can just go to the market and buy, or even have all the riches in the world and yet you will not be able to get it. So we need to be careful that one wrong turn, patan. One wrong turn, slip. So today I thought, let's talk about that. The small, big things we all know. 6 enemies, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, मद, मत्सर्य. Bar we have talked about it. But there are subtle things. There are small things where if you are not fully aware, cautious, then there is a chance कि एक थोड़ी गलती से full lifetime का साधना, full lifetime का पुरुषार्थ may just get wasted. So, are you interested? Yes. Otherwise, I'll change the topic also. You know, in Bhakti, we sometimes do this bhajan of Kabir, where he says, Guru bin kaun batave paat. And in there he says, this spiritual path which we are walking on, there are, what does it say? Bhranti Pahadi. Hills of delusion, hills of ignorance. We have to cross that. Beach mein nadi, he says, and ahankar ki lat. In this nadi, there are waves of ahankar. So there are these mountains, these hills of Bhranti, middle there is a river, and in this river from time to time waves of ahankar arise. And he says, Kam, Krodh, do parvat thade. There are big mountains. Bhranti's hill, Kam, Krodh, big mountains which we have to par karo, we have to cross. Lobh, Chor, Sanghat. And in the middle of all this, there is one chor, one robber. Who is that? Lobh, greed. Mad Matsar ka megha barsat. Clouds of mud and matsar, pride and jealousy. And they are showering their rain on us. And we have to walk. All around us, all these things are going on. Maya pavan bhad tha. Maya ka pavan. Delusion, illusion coming at us all the time. So many dangers are there. But I'm not going to talk about all these because we have talked for 20 years about them. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsya. We tired of that. So what are these subtle ones? Subtle ones. First one. Today, 6, huh? Ready? 6. Acha, I'm not only going to tell you the obstacles because that's of no use. It's of use because you have to be aware, but I have to also give you the solution. So first the obstacle, then the solution. First one, lack of clarity. Lack of clarity. What does that mean? All of us who are here, we are drawn to spirituality in some way or the other. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. And we all have come here for various reasons. Yes or no? Think about when you first came here. Some have come to solve some relation problem, right? Relationship. This one, that one, ghar mein ye ho raha hai, wo ho raha hai. Some have come because of some financial crisis. Some may have come because they want name, fame, some desires are there which have to be fulfilled. Some may have just come to collect information, knowledge they are interested. Some have come to be a good person. Some have even come to get some esoteric experiences. People say, no, we go into meditation and go in the trance, then we will hear this music and this light will come and all these kind of experiences. Yeah, she's saying yeah. And some have come just to be in the in crowd, because nowadays spirituality is quite in fashion. So, you can say that I go for satsang and all that. Whatever the reason, good. Whatever the reason, because at least you have come to satsang, right? At least you will get connected to spirituality. At least you will be able to solve the problems that are besieging you. Nothing wrong with that. But there is one razor's edge there. And what is this razor's edge? Spirituality is not just for solving your problems. It is not just for getting some desires fulfilled. In the beginning it's fine. It's okay. Because until all your problems get solved, you are not going to think of spirituality. If the stomach is empty, you're not going to think of God. So in the beginning it's fine. But you cannot always think that spirituality is for problem solving or for getting things. What is actually the meaning of spirituality? Spirituality is for inner freedom. It is for inner freedom. That is what it is. It is freedom from getting disturbed by the hundreds of problems which are around you, and let me tell you, which will continue to be around you even when you have come into spirituality, because that is the nature of sansar. If sansar is there, problems are there. If sansar is there, day and night has to be there. Darkness and light has to be there. Up and down has to be there. But what spirituality will give you is freedom from the suffering from these problems. That is what it is. So it's not about, all my problems should go away, and I'm not at all thinking of going inside. How will I be free from the problems? How will I be free from the disturbances of the problems? By going into another dimension of yourself, right? So the danger is that we may spend our entire life thinking we are leading a very spiritual life. We may think we are very spiritual people, but maybe if the only use you have of spirituality is to solve problems, you haven't even taken the first step into spirituality. Can you remember Bhishma Pitama? He was the paragon of dharma. He said he spent his entire life as the epitome of dharma. And at the last time of his life, when he was lying on the bed of arrows, he realized that he had missed the entire point of dharma. He had to protect Hastinapur, not the Kauravas. He had to protect dharma, but he misunderstood his dharma and he protected the evil rather than the good. So that's the razor's edge. Don't waste your life thinking or believing, I too am very spiritual. I go for satsang. I read Gita. I do this. I do that. I am this. I am that. End of life. You are still on step number one of spirituality. Maybe all your dreams are getting fulfilled. Maybe you are very successful in life. Maybe you have achieved many goals, vyavaharic goals, sansaric goals. But in spirituality, you have missed the boat. You have missed the point. So this is what I call lack of clarity in the meaning of spirituality. And this razor's edge, I gave one name, delusion. You are deluded by the concept of what spirituality actually is. Is it possible? Am I like exaggerating, or do you think it is possible that you can misunderstand what spirituality is? I think over here, maybe most of you do not have this impediment. Maybe most of you have understood what is spirituality. But since I am talking about the different razor's edges, this is the very first one which has to be understood. Alright, how we will solve this problem, I will take it at the end, after all the 6 impediments. Alright. Lack of clarity maybe didn't apply to all of you, but I am telling you the next obstacle, all of you will, eyes will open. What is that? Lack of time. Lack of time. We have to balance our sansaric responsibilities, our family responsibilities, our financial responsibilities with our spiritual aspirations. This is the thin ledge that we are walking on, this balancing act. Yes or no? And we are all grihasthas here, right? So, we have many responsibilities to look after. So many things to do. Your diary must be filled, this appointment, that appointment, social obligations, and meetings, and professional commitments, and all, God knows, family obligations, so many things. Where is that time for spiritual practice? Now you are trying to fit in sadhana into this busy schedule. Shayad one mala day with luck, maybe satsang once a fortnight, once a week, something, sometimes once a month, because we are so busy. And video, the reels are more interesting. So, you don't, where are you going to fit all these things in? It's good, it's commendable that you are having all these commitments of professional, financial things. You're doing your grihastha dharma. It's commendable. You're looking after your family, and this is fine. You will get punya also if you're doing it correctly. But if your goal, if your goal is self-realization, then you are walking on the razor's edge. We have got Ishwar Kripa, human birth. Only in this human birth you can finish your karmas. Only in this human birth you can reach your ultimate goal. Only in this human birth you can discover Atma, which Nachiket is asking. This is all Nachiket's question, right? Nachiket wanted to know how to attain Atma. If you don't want to know that, then do your grihastha dharma properly, karma yog bhav, nothing, no problem, you will get good punya. But if your goal is spiritual realization, self-realization, then we have to understand the purpose of life was not to earn a living. The purpose of life was to find who am I? What is this self? And why do I want to even bother to find it? I'm quite happy knowing I am Ma Samvidhanand Saraswati and I live in Kaf Parade and I know so many things about myself. Why should I Because knowing the self gives you eternal freedom. Freedom from suffering. And everybody wants freedom from suffering. There's nobody who doesn't want freedom from suffering, right? So, lakhs of lifetimes we have wasted now earning a living. How much money do you think will be enough for you to say this much is enough? How much money would you require to say this much is enough? Let me tell you, very few people will be able to say that sentence. Now enough. Ho gaya. How much I have made, I will manage with that. If it's not enough, I will simplify my life. That's all. That's all. So, we are confused a little bit about the purpose of our life. And that is the razor's edge which makes us, I don't know the purpose of my life, so I make the purpose of my life earn money, make the purpose of my life to earn name and fame, make the purpose of my life to whatever, earn power, this thing, that thing. I call this razor's edge vikshepa. Because we are scattered. This is rising in my mind, that is rising in my mind. I don't know. What am I doing here? We know so many things, but we don't know our own self. We don't know why we are born. We don't know from where we have come. And we certainly don't know where we are going. So these things are what the spiritual journey is all about. It's about finding out. It's not about being a good person. That is kindergarten class. Be a good person, purify yourself. वो तो सब पहले हो जाएगा, कर्म योग. Then what? Then what? Then what? We have to keep, as I said, elevate your understanding. Elevate your goal. Elevate the journey that you are on. So we had delusion, and born out of the delusion, now vikshepa has happened. Can you relate to it a little bit? Yeah? Lack of time. Lack of time. Okay. At least I'm not saying rubbish. Third, I call it lack of discrimination. Matlab, whatever we can perceive with our five senses, seeing, touching, hearing, smelling, what else? Tasting. Everything that these five senses can perceive is tangible in the outside world. Agreed? And wanting happiness is an innate desire in everyone. Everyone wants to be happy. That is your inbuilt default setting. Now I want to be happy and I can see all these things around me. So obviously where will I go to find happiness? Outside. So our entire life is spent chasing happiness in objects of the world. Yes? Objects means people, places, experiences, and objects also. Again, nothing wrong. Because happiness is our innate, basic instinct. Nothing wrong. You can take happiness. Why not have sukh? Bhagwan has made all these wonderful things. Why should we not, if we have got money, we have got the opportunity, enjoy. Nothing will happen. You enjoy it within the parameters of dharma. Always remember that. Within the parameters of dharma. But if your goal is liberation from the bondage of vishais, if your goal is the liberation from the bondage of vishais, then you are walking on the razor's edge. If you don't mind being, at the mercy of all your desires, no problem. But if you want to be free from that, because that's a bondage. See, we have a wrong understanding. We say, I can afford anything. I have the ability to go here, go there, do this, buy that, taste this, wear this. I'm free. I can do all this. But this freedom which you think is a freedom is not really a freedom. It's a bondage. Because if you don't get those things, you are unhappy. So you think you are operating out of freedom, but actually you have not understood. Lack of discrimination. What is that lack of discrimination? You are looking at the wrong place for happiness. You are looking, what is that razor's edge? Nothing wrong in happiness. Why should I condemn happiness? Happiness is your birthright. Happiness is who you are. But you are looking for it outside. And where is that outside? It is not available there only. Suppose you have lost your purse in this satsang and you are going in the lift to look for it. Milega hi nahi. It is not there. So when you are looking in the wrong place, then you have not used your sense of discrimination to know where is the happiness lying. Where does that happiness exist? And that is what these places teach you. This is what the Shastras teach you. Go within. That's where happiness is lying. Okay? So what would you call this kind of looking in the wrong place? This lack of discrimination. What would you call it? Ignorance. Ignorance. You don't know. You want something and you don't know. It's like saying you want to buy what do you say? Gold, diamond necklace. And instead of going to Gopal, you are going to Kirana shop. You will not find it there only. This gold happiness, this gold anand, which we want, is not available in the Kirana shop of Sansar. And you are going to this poultry shop, kaise milega? You are going on searching, whole life will waste. I'm telling you, whole life, already you have wasted so many lives. Now, Uttishta, Jagrata, find out, use your sense of discrimination. Dhundne ka kahan? Where shall I look? Here, there, up, down. You'll find little sukh here and there. But it is always peppered with dukh. There will be dukh before, there will be dukh after, and there will also be some dukh while you are experiencing sukh. And we have talked about it many times, so I'm not going to tell you what that dukh is. Okay. So far, delusion because of lack of clarity. Then vikshep because lack of time. And ignorance because of lack of discrimination. Sad story, huh? Lack of samajh, number 4. I love this word samajh. The English word understanding cannot even come close to explaining what this samajh is. Let me see if I can explain something. To communicate in the world, we need words, right? Now, if I want to say that this flower is on this table, I need the word flower. I need the word table. Otherwise, I will have to say it is on it. That is on that. I need words and I need names for different things, right? So, everything in the world, every object has been given a name. Every form has been given a name so we can refer to it. Even the self has been given a name only so that we can refer to it, even though it has no form. Even formless things like thoughts have been given names. So we have thoughts like happiness, sadness, emotions. We have given names of mother, father, husband, wife, grandmother, mother-in-law to indicate different people. For what reason? So that we know what is their duty. A mother's duty will be different from a child's duty. So to be able to communicate it, this is a mother and this is how she should behave. This is the child and this is the expectation of her duty, like that. Professions, objects, table, chair, emotions, thoughts, everything has been given one name. Alright, so what's the problem with that? Why is that an obstacle? It is an obstacle for a spiritual seeker. If you are just in the world living, doing your work and all, names are needed. Hello, words are needed. But are you a spiritual seeker in addition to being a grihastha? Are you seeking for something? What are you seeking? Nachiketa was seeking Atma. So if you are seeking also Atma, then names and words are of absolutely no use for you. And that is the razor's edge. Because what we are seeking is beyond the realm of words, beyond the world of forms, beyond the world of names, nothing. So if you want to find the truth of the world, if you want to find the truth, who you are really, beyond the name of man or woman, beyond the name of doctor, engineer, teacher, lawyer, designer, etc. If you want to find the truth beyond I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm ecstatic, I'm depressed, if you want to find the truth between I am fat and thin and tall and short, then you have to go beyond the world of names and forms. And if we remain stuck up to that level of names and forms, then we are walking on the razor's edge. Because beyond the names and beyond the forms, when we will investigate, when we will delve deep into it, through the teachings of the Shastras, through the words of the Gita or any Vedas or any Upanishads, we will find that this name and form is only the superficial level. Below that, and these names and forms are what make everyone appear different. These names and forms are what make everyone feel I am here and you are there and the twain shall never meet because we are separate. But when we will go deep inside, then that magical journey, that magical experience, even theoretically, you will understand we are all one. That which is our true essence is not this Naam and Roop. What we are, that oneness, that same thing which makes me alive and functioning and being here is the same as what is in you. And if we remove this outer coating of name and form, then there will be no difference between you and me. There will be no you and there will be no me. Because in essence, we are all one and the same Atma. And that is what Nachiket wanted to find out. And if you want to also find that out, then you also have to go beyond Naam and Roop, right? What is the need to go there? Why should I find out all this one and all that? I'm happy. I'm here, you are there, we're having a good time. Go to party, go to movie, do this, do that. Why? What's the point? Anand. Anand. That elusive butterfly which we are trying to catch, and the minute you go near the butterfly flies away. So when you are going to catch that butterfly in sansar, na, haath mein nahi aayega. But if you go within you, you're 100% going to find it. Why? Because it's who you are. How can you not find it? It's who you are. So therefore, this razor's edge, which will keep us on the surface, it's like you have forgotten the substratum of everything. You are only concerned with the pictures on the screen, and you have forgotten the screen, which is what makes all of you who you are. That is why you are manifest. That is why you are alive. That is why you function. That is why you are able to do whatever you do. If that substratum was not there, nothing would be possible. So we have forgotten the substratum, we have forgotten the screen, we are looking at the moving pictures in front, which is made up of names and forms. And we have forgotten I am the screen. I am the substratum. And you have put all these pictures of names and forms on it. Razor's edge. If you spend this entire life only in the realm of names and forms, you will never reach that substratum. And this razor's edge, we call in Vedanta Adhyas. This is called superimposition. We have superimposed some name and form on that ultimate reality, who we truly are. कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? समझ आ रहा है. So far, 4 kinds of razor's edges, right? Now you tell me. First one was what? Lack of clarity, which we call delusion. Second, lack of time, which we call vikshepa. Third, discrimination, which we call ignorance. Fourth one, samaj, which we call superimposition of adhyas. So we have these 4 obstacles: delusion, vikshepa, ignorance, adhyas. Now you have been studying Vedanta for 2 decades. What is the antidote of delusion, vikshepa, ignorance and adhyas? Knowledge. 100 on 100. And that brings us to the 5th razor's edge. You know what it is? Too much knowledge. Too much knowledge. See, what is knowledge? We have, if you go to the dictionary, you will find definition, facts, information which you have collected from libraries, books, volumes, AI, Gemini, ChatGPT, kahan se. We have collected all this information and we have called that knowledge, right? So, when we apply this definition to spirituality, then we get into the false notion that knowledge which we talk about in spirituality also has to be collected from books, from libraries, from videos, from rubbish videos also, YouTube videos also, all kinds of information there available. And the more we will collect information and fill our books with hundreds of notes, the closer and closer we will get to What Nachiket was looking for? Atma. Correct? No? Pakka. Razor's edge. One more razor's edge. What is that? Knowledge for spiritual realization has a different meaning. It cannot be in texts. It cannot be in facts. It cannot be in books. It cannot be in Vedas also. It cannot be in Upanishads also. It cannot be on the Pravachan also. It cannot be in any of my videos also. It cannot be anywhere outside. Knowledge of the self is something that has to arise from within yourself. And for that knowledge to arise from within yourself, you need two things. Silence, stillness. This man has to be made shant. Vrittis have to stop rising again and again. Now if you are going on studying this book, this one, that one, this information, that information, going into bahas, going into debates, my information is better than your information and my path is better than your path, and Dvait and Advait and Vishishta Dvait and this Dvait and that, God alone knows what else. How shant will your mind be? How still will your mind be? Therefore, too much information takes you away from your goal, away from Nachiket's goal. If your goal is matching Nachiket's goal, then this applies. If your goal is not matching Nachiket's goal, if your goal is to write one big book on Vedanta, then go search, do research, do this, do that. If your goal is to become a professor of Vedanta, if your goal is to have debates on Vedanta, yes, please go, do research, find out everything. You have to find out pros, cons, this thing, that thing, objection, counter objection, whole kaklat. But if your goal is to find yourself inside, then read your one book, understand it, and you will find it. You will find it 100% because it's who you are. Where else will go? It's you. That's all. You need that slowing down. You need that silence. You need that stillness. Alright? So I found one very nice quote. See, I also did some research. So there's one physicist, and of course his quote is to do with physics. And he said, as our island of knowledge grows, so the island, is in the middle of a sea. So as our island of knowledge grows, so does the shore of our ignorance. Got it? As our island of knowledge grows, so does our shore of ignorance. So, this razor's edge is counterproductive. One is because the mind will not be still. Your mind will not be shant. But there is one other greater danger. And that is called Shastra Vasna. Shastra Vasna. The desire to know more and have pride in your knowledge and think that you know this and you know that and you know more than other people, and one little bit of spiritual arrogance gets born. So this is of course naturally counterproductive to reaching Nachiket's goal. Now you be sure which is your goal and then you adjust your life accordingly. These goals are, I am not telling you to do this or do that. If your goal is the same as Nachiket's goal, then these would be the obstacles in the way. So what do we call this? Abhiman. Abhiman. And you know, Swamiji always gives this one line in the Katha. Jahan bhi hai abhiman, wahan nahi hai Bhagwan. So, this is obviously Abhiman is something that is not taking you to your spiritual goal. Alright? Anything more? How many done? One more is done. Okay. I call it the hijacked Antakaran. Hijacked. And there are two hijackers in your mind. Can you guess? Rag and Dvesh, R&D. Root cause of man's suffering. Root cause. What is Rag? An irresistible pull towards any object. An irresistible, you cannot resist it. It's irresistible pull towards any experience, person, object, thing, etc. If you don't get, dhamal, tantrum. And dvesh, repulsion, correct. They say it's a mental pushback. You don't want to experience something which you think will be painful. You don't want to experience something which you feel is against your values or against your beliefs. Push it away. Dvesh, aversion, repulsion. Now both these, Rag and Dvesh, will keep the mind running. Either you are running towards something for Rag or you are running away from Dvesh. And basically they are the same. Because why do you have Dvesh for something? Because you have Rag for the opposite thing. Got it? So these are just different shades of the same nonsense. The thing is that Rag and Dvesh are useful if they are within your control. Because they can alert you where some adharma is happening. They can alert you towards something good. They can caution you, don't go here, don't go there. So they are useful tools for keeping you comfortable. They are useful tools for keeping you comfortable. They are useful for giving you pleasure. They are useful for not giving you pain. Right? If you know this is dvesh, nahi, I'll just not go there. So I'll save myself from the pain. So that's good. So why is an enemy? Because this is also bondage, na? This is also a bondage. So long ago when we used to do the other program, I don't like to name the program, and many of you have done that program with me and earlier than me also. We used to give one example. So let us say that one satsang is happening like this, and you walk in and you see somebody who you love, get on very well with that person, your best pal, your good friend. Where will you go and sit? Right next to that person, right? Abhi bhi hota hai, aise hi hota hai. And if you walk in and you see someone, that mrityu thing will come. Why this person has come here? Where will you sit? The person is sitting here, right? Dhanraj. Where will you sit? Right at the back where Simi is. Right? Dvesh. Right next to them, Rag. Far away, Dvesh. Are you free to sit anywhere? No. If you neither had Rag for anyone, nor had Dvesh for anyone, you had the freedom to sit anywhere in this huge hall. But Raga and Dvesh keeps you bound. Hmm? In Gita we learnt Raga and Dvesh, Paripantino. Remember? Who are they? Highway robbers. Highway robbers. You know, highway robbers in the olden days, they used to travel in coaches from one town to another town. And on the road, suddenly there will be these robbers. They will hold up the coach with their guns and say, give me whatever you have and steal your things and go away. Same way, Raga and Dvesh. We are going merrily in our life. We are also on the highway only. Suddenly this Rag comes in. Suddenly this Dvesh comes in and steals our peace of mind. Suddenly they were there, the highway robbers. That's why Paripantino. So therefore, if you are searching for the same goal as Nachiketa, then we have to come out of Rag and Dvesh. And I call this final razor's edge Patan. Patan. Because this will 100% take you to your downfall. And I am not saying it, the Gita is saying it, Bhagavan Krishna is saying it. Alright, Rag and Dvesh will never allow you to be silent. Rag and Dvesh will never allow you to be shant. Therefore, these two Paripanthinos have to be put into jail. Right? Robbers. So, there are many more, but I am not going to go more than 6 today. Next Guru Purnima, 6 more. So, because of and these are subtle, don't you think? These robbers, these impediments, these obstacles are not that obvious as Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. They are in your face, they are obvious. But it's not knowing exactly what is spirituality, not being able to prioritize your time for spirituality, not knowing where to look, outside, inside, not being aware how this Raga and Dvesh is just like one, what is that? Tsunami. Just like when tsunami comes and just takes you off on a tangent. Therefore, I thought, let's use this Guru Purnima to at least become aware of it. But that is not enough, because we must have the solutions. And you all know the solutions, frankly speaking, but still I will tell. This shloka is an Updesh shloka, because it actually has the Updesh in the shloka itself. What did it say? It said, arise and awake, approach the wise and learn, like the sharp edge of a razor is that path, hard to tread and difficult to cross, so the wise say. So this Updesh comes in 2 steps. The first step is the first 2 words. Uttishta Jagrata. Uttishta means arise, get up. Bhagavan Krishna tells many times to Arjun in Gita, Uttishta, Uttishta. I love that word also. Uttishta, Uttishta, get up, get up. And Jagrata, wake up, awake. So, should waking up come before rising, or should rising come before waking? Because first he said Uttishta, then he said Jagrata. So, is it a mistake? So here Uttishta means what? Get up and do your Purusharth. Get up and do your Purusharth. Do your sadhanas. Do your dharma. Do karma yoga and purify yourself. Don't procrastinate. Uttishta, get up. Get up from your slumber. Get up. Get up from your tamas. Do some action. And having done your sadhana, having done your dharma, in Karma Yoga Bhav, then Jagrata, then you will awaken. You cannot awaken before Uttishta. Before doing your dharma, before doing your duty, how you will be Jagrat? So, awaken to the truth. Awaken to the light. Awaken means morning has come. Night is over. Morning is knowledge. Night is ignorance. So, get up, do your Purusharth, you will be able to see the truth. How will all this happen? Then the other two words come. Tat kavayo vadanti. So the wise say. So the wise say. Therefore, approach a realized master. Be humble. If you are full of that too much information, remember number 5? That too much information, then whatever the master is saying, there is no place only for it to go inside. So be humble enough to take the guidance. And he has walked that path. He has also walked on that razor's edge. He has also crossed that. So he knows from his own personal experience what are the dangers and what are the solutions. So, first one, lack of clarity. You didn't know what spirituality is all about, right? You tell me the solution. Attend satsang. 100%. If not, how will you know? Then will you come to satsang, what you will do? Shravan. Okay, don't come here to chit chat. Don't come here to have prasad and all. Come here, do Shravan. Listen to what the Shastras are saying. And don't reject anything without experimenting. Make it a thing that let me try it. And therefore, don't discard anything. So if you want to get rid of delusion, if you want more clarity, ask questions. Our Vedantic tradition demands that you ask questions. They want you to ask questions. All the Upanishads are teachings only in response to the questions of the students. So you must clarify your doubts by asking questions. Alright, clear your, and then set your goal. That is very important. Set your goal which has value for you. It must have value for you. Okay? In the meantime, you use your spiritual knowledge for solving problems. No problem. Use your spiritual knowledge for solving problems, but don't keep it limited to that. Alright. So, we have got the antidote. What was it? Satsang, Shravan. Lack of clarity, easy to do, you all are doing anyway. Then, second was lack of time. Lack of time. Now, if, and that is the important word, if attaining self-realization is your goal, and it need not be everybody's goal, and I'm saying it again and again, it is not necessary that everyone has to want to attain self-realization. But if at all, in this entire group of 100 people, if there is 1 or 2 people who want to attain self-realization, then you can overcome this impediment by prioritizing spirituality. Prioritize. Make time for spirituality. Busy schedules will never end. Commitments will never end. Responsibilities will never end. And with all the commitments and all the responsibilities, prioritize what is important, what is urgent, what is immediate, what is needed. And then decide. If you try to please everyone all the time, you will never be able to please yourself. You will never reach your goal. So it's good to help others. It's good to be useful in the world. But know what is the purpose of your life in this lifetime. Okay? So simplify your life. Make one, See, we have timetable for our profession. 9 to 9:30 meeting with Mr. So and so. 10 to 11 o'clock appointment with this one. 11 o'clock this thing. 12 o'clock this thing. Why we don't make spiritual timetable? We can make a spiritual timetable. This time I will do mala from this time to this time. Then I will attend my calls. I will do this. Then again I will come back to some spiritual sadhana. I will do my japa. I will do some manan. I will do some swadhyay. Interspace. You're grihasthas, I understand. You're not sannyasis that whole day you can sit and do japa. You have to do other things. But in between, you can make time for spirituality, right? So, for this impediment, the solution is prioritizing. Prioritizing. Possible? Very possible. Very possible. We make so many timetables, food timetable, exercise timetable, professional timetable, but not spiritual timetable. Third danger was lack of discrimination. What did we call that? Vikshep was lack of time? Ignorance. Ignorance. What was the ignorance? What was the ignorance? Where to look for happiness. We are looking outside where actually happiness is inside. So you have been told hundreds of times, no? Happiness is inside. Yes or no? So why are you looking outside? So apply the knowledge which you are being taught. You are not applying. You all are listening. You are writing notes. Then you are putting the book on the shelf till the next satsang starts. But you are not at all applying the knowledge. You are not doing any manan at all. So you have done Shravan. Now you must do manan. You must see this, okay, this Gita said this in this sloka. How does it apply in my life? How can I put it? Then only you will know. 100 times Gita is saying happiness is inside, happiness is inside. What fools we are looking again outside. Huh? It doesn't make sense. Does it make sense? So apply the knowledge. If you apply the knowledge, then you will find that it acts. See, how will you apply this knowledge? Can anyone tell me how to apply this knowledge? Now you want chocolate. Now you will go to Zomato or Swiggy, tick, 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 chocolate. Till it comes, you are on tender hooks. Okay? After it comes, you eat 2 minutes the chocolate khana. Ah, nice, nice. After that, free of chocolate desire? No, you'll want more. Next time again. This is not freedom, Babu. This is bondage. This is pain. This is not freedom from pain. Therefore, apply this. So one sentence we love from which I can't remember the text. You all will only tell me because we did it. Don't look at the Vishay as Amrit. Ashtavakra Gita. We are looking at all objects as if there is Amrit in it, as if there is nectar in it. But look at the word Vishay. It is Vish, poison. So every time you feel, this is the manan. Every time you feel like chocolate, batata vada, this thing, masala dosa, this thing, that thing, all this, Vishay, Vishay ke Amrit hai. Ask. Talk to your mind. Ask these questions, okay? So, if you will ask these questions, this is called manan. Manan will give rise to vivek. Yes or no? Vivek will give rise to vairagya. Yes or no? Vairagya will give rise to shanti, stillness. Yes, shanti. एक विवेक भी है इधर, एक शांति भी है, एक वैराग्य ही नहीं है. हाँ, वैराग्य ही नहीं है. And that shanti and that silence which you will experience from vairagya will allow you to experience Atma. Therefore, we need to understand what is causing our disturbance. So the antidote for lack of discrimination is discrimination, which is Vivek. Right? Vivek. Lack of samajh. What was that? Can't remember the substratum. Remember that? Can't remember the substratum. Have faith in the words at least. See, substratum is difficult for you to find it. You can only see what is tangible. Now you have to have faith in something that is not tangible. You have to find something that is not tangible. The only way you can do it is with Shraddha. And Shraddha will happen if there is purity. Purity will happen if you do Karma Yoga. Now we want to go directly into Nididhyasan, directly into meditation, directly into PhD of spirituality without doing the preliminary sadhana of Karma Yoga. Therefore, make yourself as sattvic as possible. That is the antidote for this lack of samajh. How you do? Can go on the mobile phone and do reel searching. Digital detox. Digital detox is required. So you have done Shravan, you have done Manan, you are applying the knowledge, making every input of your five senses sattvic. Then who will stop you from seeing the substratum? No Devta or Devi can come from heaven also to stop you from seeing yourself. Make yourself 100% sattvic. Drop all the names, all the roops, all the labels, all the judgments, all the analysis, all the evaluations, and focus on the one within. This one little difficult, right? Because Karma Yoga is not done. That's why it's difficult. Purify yourself. We have to make ourselves 100% sattvic. Now what I'll tell you for too much information? Antidote? Forget trying to gather as much knowledge and being proud of it. Forget about the debates, because all paths are going to take you ultimately to that final goal. Doesn't matter what somebody else is thinking. What does it matter? Why do bahas on that? Why you are thinking of Dvait? It should be Advait. If you can reach that goal with Dvait also. You can reach with Advait also. You can reach with Vishishta Advait also. You can reach. Make yourself still and silent and see the magic. Just see the magic. Don't worry what other people are doing. Because this too much information is only about what others are doing. And I should also do. Okay? Apply the knowledge, it will become wisdom. Wisdom, you contemplate on the wisdom, it will become your aparoksh anubhuti. So, antidote for too much information? Stillness and silence. And now finally, this hijack business. R&D. It's R&D which has hijacked your antakaran. First at least recognize it. First at least recognize. If you recognize, half the job is done. We don't recognize it. We justify it. We justify our rag and we justify our dvesh. So should we not see that something is right or something is wrong? What do you say? You should see for your own actions. Don't see for others. What they are doing, what he is doing, what she is doing. They are doing their karma, their job. Is this right for me or is this wrong for me? Is this my duty? Is this my dharma or is this my adharma? What others are doing, that's none of your business. None of your business. Leave it. What do you say, Gokul? Let them eat what they want to eat, na? Have you been born here to make other people eat good food? No. You are here to find yourself, and that is all that matters. Correct? Bas. Witness. Witness. Then your mind will not be hijacked because you are separate. Witnessing means you are not involved. You are separate. कुछ लेना ना देना मगन रहना मगन रहेगा तो खुद को आप मिलेंगे. You will find yourself. It is not hearsay. It is not wishful thinking. It is proven, time tested. The rishis have given it to us. People have tried it. People have achieved it. People have attained it. You also be a Nachiketa. You also be that. Don't you want to be that? Why you want to waste your life? And if you don't want to attain it, that's also okay. Live dharmically. Do your duty, do your best. But this goal is possible. I don't believe in any guru who says it is not possible, that it is too difficult. I am saying it is difficult. Do you know how blessed you are? You do? Then don't waste the blessing. Whatever you consider is your blessing, don't waste it. This is the sankalp you can take today. No better day than today to take it, Guru Purnima. The day when we will celebrate the long lineage of spiritual experiences that have come down from Guru to Shishya to Guru to Shishya. It's not factual knowledge. What you are getting is from the Atma of the Guru to the Atma of the Shishya. And that can never be there in any book. So open your heart and receive it. That's all. It's coming to you from millennials, from centuries. This knowledge is this experience, not knowledge, experience, this grace, this kripa, this blessing is just being offered. Take it, receive it. It's only up to you. And that's all I can give you today. Guru Purnima, all the best. Wishing everyone a very, very auspicious. And you know, it's the beginning, every Guru Purnima is the beginning of a spiritual year. So you make your account book ready. How much have you gained in this year? I hope there are only assets and not any liabilities. And so next year at Guru Purnima, may those assets rise to such a monumental level that it doesn't go up, it goes in. That's my wish for you. What more I can say? My wish for you. God bless you all. Thank you everyone on Zoom for also attending. God bless you all. What else we have to do? Prayer. Yeah, we have to take all. Bhagwan, help us. Yeah. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. God bless you all.